Chocks and Chocolates, and in between Roberto here for another video review. This is the new Aero chocolate melts. Yeah, so basically I think it's actually Aero buttons is the gist of it, or maybe Aero counters if you look at the Galaxy approach. These are just straight chocolate. Now, Aero, for those you don't know as well, basically an aerated chocolate bar. Well, the filling's aerated anyway, so it's basically aerated chocolate with bubbles in the middle, covered in chocolates around, and this is their sort of, well, button version. Now, there's a couple of others in the range. There's the caramel one as well. It doesn't actually contain any caramel. And then there's the orange one also. Yeah, so Aero do come in a few different varieties, a few different flavours, and those are the other two. Now, it's surprising that there's no mint one. I think mint Aero is probably, I would say probably the most famous, biggest variant of the regular one. So I know they do mint other ones. They do like mint, these mint ball things, I think they are. I forgot what they're called now. But yeah, it's strange how they haven't done mint versions of these as well. I guess just because they've got another product that's quite similar. But you would have expected, would have thought, would have assumed it'd be relatively straightforward to just make a mint version as well. So interesting. But yeah, these are the straight chocolate ones. So we'll review these first, and then we'll probably do separate reviews for the other ones. And maybe in the last one I'll say which one was the best. Yeah, there we go. So what does it say? What does it say? Feel the bubbles melt, it says, yes. It's their sort of slogan for all their Aero products. Anything else of interest on it? Notice actually where it says love to share on here. It's very basically just meant trying to sort of imply don't eat them all yourself, but I think most people probably would. There we go, it emphasises it as well. With others, with a movie as a treat. There we go. So smooth bubbly milk chocolate pieces. Milk chocolate contains cocoa size 25% minimum, milk size 14% minimum, and red fats in addition to cocoa butter. It does have palm fat in there, palm fat. Important young children less than 4 years have limited chewing ability and could choke on small sweets. So be careful there. Aerochocolate.co.uk. Cocoa Plan, Rainforest Alliance. So working with the Rainforest Alliance to support cocoa farmers and their communities. Find out more at re.org. Okay, so it's vegetarians, 92 gram pack. Got tetracycled there. It says don't recycle there, which is odd. What's this? Alright, not recycled by most councils. Find out more how you can recycle at tetracycle.com n-gb. It's got the throw in the bin symbol there. So it's all that, isn't it? It has the, something about recycling, and then I don't know, but you can't recycle it. You know, I don't know. It seems a bit smoke and mirrors, maybe. I'm not sure. Okay, you know your serving. 12 sweets is one serving. So per 100 grams, 532 calories. So most chocolate products are about between 500 and 550, in my experience. That's just above the halfway point. 30.2 grams of fat, 17.8 of which are saturates. By chocolate products, I mean sweets, like chocolate bars, things like this. Per 12 sweets, that's per serving. 127 calories, 7.2 grams of fat, 4.3 of which are saturates. So it's probably around, my prediction is about 48 sweets in this one. Could be wrong, of course. I'm just, just using rough maths off the top of my head by looking at 100 grams per 12 sweets. I reckon about 4 of those is probably around your 532 calories. It's about 92 grams, so it's nearly 100 grams. One last thing to say is, you can see it's pretty much half empty really. It's so full of air that I can't really bend it, but it's basically about up to here, roughly is the gist of where the chocolates are. So of course if you flattened it out and things, it'd fill it a bit more, but generally it's going to be held like this, isn't it? So, But alright, I don't think there's much more to say, so let's give it an open. Let's do it. Right, okay, I'm going to give these Aero chocolate melts an open. I'm quite excited for these. I'm quite excited. So let's give it a twist. So time recording, I've done about 915 reviews, believe it or not. So if you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. In the top right hand corner, I'll put a link to a place to all my other reviews. So after you watch this one, go watch those too. Hopefully enjoy them as well. Put some Aero ones as well up there also, so good related ones there. But yeah, I was about to pour these out, but I've just noticed, well, first of all, you can see the bag is pretty much half empty. But second of all, look how big they are. They actually quite like the look of these. I just want them to be a bit smaller, but they're actually quite thick. There's a couple stuck to the bottom there. It's a relatively warm day today. I wouldn't have said these are melted yet. I've not been manipulating much. They've just been stuck to the bottom for some time. Alright, it's worth bearing in mind. It's a bit moist. Okay, a bit melty. Right, let's see. Well, I expected 48, so we'll do a quick grab. Okay, a quick sort, rather. Yes, it's a bit. They are a bit melty. These. I don't know why. They've just. I don't know. Strange that. Strange. But I predicted 48, so we'll see how many we've got. Bit of meltage on some of these. Let's be careful. It's getting into the summer months now, almost. In the UK, so it's not great for chocolate reviewing when that happens. The rest of the year's fine, but yeah. Right, so we've got probably one there, so let's count that as one, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, and 1 left over, I think, roughly. That's about right. 5, is that? Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46. So I was about right, really. You know, I was about right. My maths has worked for once. Usually maths is terrible at this point of my life. I used to be good at maths, but I'm terrible at it nowadays. So yeah, it's about 46, that was it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46. So 2 out. So it's not too bad, that. I'm quite pleased with that. Yeah. Still relatively nice. These don't necessarily, as I say, have to be a bit careful, but they're quite thick. See here, they're quite chunky counters or buttons. I quite like that. They actually do look and feel a bit like proper, sort of proper wooden buttons you used to get on your coat when you were a kid. Maybe some people get them as an adult. So I haven't had buttons on my coat for a long time. Maybe some adults still do it, but yeah. All right, so there we go. Probably do. It's probably just me, really. There we go. That's quite nice. But I'm trying to be careful with holding it because he's quite melty today. Alright then, we'll give them a bit of a measuring, shall we? It's got the old calipers here, so as I say, we'll have to be a bit gingerly here, a bit delicate as well. So it's about 2.6 centimetres in diameter. Just not all exactly the same, about 2.5, so between 2.5 and 2.6. It's not all exactly the same size, but they are quite uniform. And height around 6.6 millimetres. Okay, all right, yeah, not bad, not bad. So let's have a look on one. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't, should I, yeah, let's give one, well, we've got one in half, actually, don't need to chop one, do I? There we go. All right, so that's what it looks like in the middle, so you can see the aerations there. Hopefully if the camera focuses in, there you go. So all those lovely little bubbles there, quite small bubbles. Aero normally I think has bigger ones than this. So I quite like that, that does bode well for me. I think usually I'm not too big a fan of the bigger aerations, like the smaller ones found in Whisper and things. So because I guess the small buttons, the aeration has to be slightly smaller, but it could just be, I don't know, yeah, coincidence or whatever. But there we go, there's the other half as well. I think these look very nice, yes. Not much of a smoke with them. And then the only worry about them is that Nestle sort of milk chocolate isn't the best, but let's give them a go, find out. Okay, everyone, going to give these Aero chocolate melts a taste. Yeah, so love to share. New, yes. So these are the regular ones. There are orange ones and caramel ones, which I'll review later, but these are the regular chocolate ones. So yeah, I think we should give them a go. Lovely. Yes, let's give them a taste. Wow. Quite soft. It's quite a warm day today in the UK, so I think that's had a bit of an effect on the chocolate. But interesting. It's got that typical Aero taste. The Nestle milk chocolate is not the best. Sometimes it works well in some bars, like Yorkies for instance, but I think Aeros I'm not too sure on. And you can of course double them up like this, so let's give that a go. Always a good idea, I think. Nice and soft. The aerations really help with that as well. Do get a nice, as I say, smooth, almost moussey feel to them. They're quite nice, but I think the problem is with these is it's the Nestle milk chocolate. It just doesn't work too well in this case, I don't think. It's just not a great milk chocolate, you know. It works okay when you've got it on things like Kit Kats, and I say Yorkies for some reason just works well. I don't know why, even it's just a block of Nestle chocolate. For some reason it works well, but you know, I don't know. Especially when you compare it to some products in the old days, like the Crunch bars. I think they've discontinued the white chocolate one in the UK anyway. I think they might have done the milk chocolate one as well. I've not seen it for some time, but the milk chocolate one of those was never as good as the white chocolate one, even though I generally prefer milk chocolate to white chocolate, because the Nestle milk chocolate just wasn't that great. And I think this is an example of it being nothing too special when it's just all together like this. I do like the size of these. I like the shape of them. I think they look really bulky and, you know, nice. Does it have to be really to have some of the bubbles inside, otherwise they just wouldn't be big enough to fit them. They melt in the mouth well. At the end of the day though, it's just basically all milk chocolate, isn't it? And if the milk chocolate's not that nice, it's just not going to taste that great. And while they're okay, and I like the aerations, it gives it a smooth velvety taste, texture. As I say, it comes across a bit like a chocolate mousse almost. I think these might be better sort of chilled a bit, maybe. I'm not too sure. There's arguments for and against that with chocolate. I think these might have a different experience again if you refrigerated them a bit, but it's a difficult one to say that really, whether it's a good or a bad thing. You can do it with all chocolates. You know, I have to draw the line of reviewing something once generally, or maybe reviewing things more than once over time. But obviously, if I review things that have been refrigerated, frozen, and then just in room temperature, we'd just be here all day. So I can't. Much I like to do that, I can't. But I feel like you would lose the velvetiness of them and the smoothness of the bubbles. And obviously the thing about, can you feel the bubbles melt, whatever it is, might not be quite as applicable. Whereas it definitely is the case with them at room temperature. So really smooth. And you do literally melt in the mouth. So there is that. But overall, I just think they're just okay, really. They're just okay. As I say, a nice velvety, bubbly middle, melts in the mouth really nice. But overall, the chocolate's just not that great. It's just a relatively average chocolate. But it's a nice experience. But at the end of the day, when the chocolate's not that great, and it is the main component, they're just not going to taste that great. So, a very average chocolate taste. But don't forget, the average chocolate is nice. It's not horrible or anything like that. But an average 3 out of 5 for these ones, I think. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed that review. Check out the links that are appearing on the screen now. If they're not there now, they will be there shortly. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the YouTube member program. It's great to support the channel, really is. Link for that's in the description. As is the link for the Discord server, which is great to keep in touch with myself and the community. Leave a comment or free. Always great to hear from you. Always doing my best to reply. Have a great day as well, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching guys. Take care. Bye for now. See ya. Bye.